Okay, I have a couple of other things I wanted to share with you. We're going to talk about the sounds there are a couple of them and how we use them and how we can recognize them in our words. So I'm looking here. First one I have, this one. It's called the of her. The of her, it's the E and the R. You find the or her in a lot of different places, usually at end of word, but sometimes in the middle of the word. So like right here, I have this one. So we have this F. We know the F goes and then we know the N goes and then we have in the middle. So n. Fern, that's a type of plant. This is the book I gave you. So this little book here has words with in them. River, fern, clever. Do you see how it's at the end? Gather, mother, father, jumper. All of those have at the end. And then these ones are this top here is the beginning, and you need to add at the end of them. That is the activity that we're doing for the of her. Say the of her. It's er. Then we have the next one, which we did, which was ir, which is my computer froze for a second. Ir, which is the of first. The of first is an ir, so you're going to see it in there. A lot of times in the middle of a word, sometimes at the end, but not very often. So this one we have right here is girl. See, earl, girl. And then there's all these words here that have the IR sound. First, shirt, bird. So you have bird. Third, d, skirt, thirst, stir. This the of first. So the IR makes the sound as well. And then the last one we're doing this one today. This is the of nurse. So here we have the word ch and then ch. So ch. Do you see that? The of nurse. The of nurse has lots of different words. It can be turned up a lot of places, usually right in the middle of the word, like turtle, further. And then if you look here, further has the of her in it as well. So it's the of the nurse in the beginning, and then the of her. Further. Do you see that? So we're using those sounds to help us. These two letters together, we know, make the sound. These two letters together make the sound. These two letters together make the sound. So the of her, the of first, the of nurse. Those are the ones that we have been studying today and yesterday. And so we did the of nurse paper, and it had words like turn and stir. And so today we're doing spur was one that we saw yesterday, and that's the of nurse. So then here we're looking at the of first, and today we're going to do, this was a page you had in your curriculum with Miss Yench, so we're going to do some of that just to review. So these have OR, AR, and IR, and OR says or, AR says R, and IR says So you're going to see where you're going to color brown, purple, red. And then over here, we're looking at these ones. We have hurt. Do you see this? The of nurse, the of her, and the of first. And you're going to figure out where those go in here. So you're going to use those papers. And then the other one I already passed out. So those are what we're doing for the ers. The of her, the of first, the of nurse is the sound. All of those say so you can use those two letters together to learn how to do to read words, because when we put them together, you're going to see that goes and there's letters in front and back. I hope that makes sense. Alrighty, have a great day.